Previously on Community Crime Solvers Live.
Who killed Mervyn Hightower? How did Sherman know? 3, 2, 1. The answer to the pointing corpse. Sergeant Wilson scratched his head. There's no way you can know what he's pointing at. Oh yes, there is, Sherman said. His battery's dead. So what? So a dead battery probably means his lights were on. Sherman checked the dashboard and saw that he was right. Let's say Mervyn had a rendezvous here last night with someone from the charity board, perhaps to get information for his story. That person realized Mervyn was getting too close to the truth and killed him. Before dying, Mervyn saw something. Yeah, Wilson growled, and he pointed at it. But which of the 3 things is he pointing at? It was night, remember? The lake and trees would have been invisible in the dark, especially with all the cloud cover we've had lately. This is some BS. The one visible thing that would have been glowing was a neon sign. That's what Mervyn meant. The killer was Arthur Curtis.
Yay!
Right.
Congratulations, everybody else.
Good job, team, everybody but Des.
That one was so obvious that I thought it was
Right,
not.
that's what I thought.
the
And then you
answer.
had to take into account that it had been raining for the past 2 days, so he couldn't have. This is all those pieces. Next case. Bell, Booke, that's Booke with an E at the end, or Kendall. Bell, Booke, or Kendall. My regrets, Wilson. I have no idea who killed him. What? Sergeant Wilson thought he would never hear Sherman Holmes say those words. He wasn't too happy about it either. Okay, calm down. Wilson sounded close to panic himself. Mr. Boren, maybe you should review the facts. Sherman and the sergeant were in the downtown offices of Boren Technologies, a designer of handheld computers. Arvid Boren sat at his desk, eyeing the professional detective and the eccentric amateur. Someone's been stealing our designs. My vice president, Don Silver, and I kept the problem secret, and we narrowed the suspects down to 3. He pointed out the window of his private office to where a skinny kid in shirt sleeves was stuffing yellow envelopes in a mail slot. That's Wally Bell, an intern from City College. He does a lot of our copying and binding, so he has access to our priority documents. The heavy guy sitting outside my office, that's Solly Booke, my assistant. He's sending his son to private school. I don't know where he gets the money. The third possibility is Inez Kendall, a young woman in a tasteful, expensive suit was tacking a newspaper article to a bulletin board right next to the elevators. Inez is director of public relations. She has the most contact with our competitors. Sherman nodded. Was it Mr. Silver's idea to try to trap the traitor? I'm afraid so, Boren sighed. We're developing a new version of our wrist 2002. Dodd left the plans lying conspicuously on his desk. The thief never took originals, only copies. Don in the room and catch the guy. Only the guy must have caught him. Sergeant Wilson took over the narrative. Silver was in the copy room by a blow to the head. Mr. Boren and an associate found the body almost immediately. All 3 suspects were immediately sequestered and their possessions searched. We haven't been able to locate the plans. Sherman took the sergeant across the window but didn't lower his voice. The thief couldn't afford to be caught with them. The thief couldn't afford to be caught with them. My guess is the plans got thrown down this mail slot. It's the only place they could be. 5 minutes later, Sergeant Wilson persuaded a maintenance man to open the ground floor mail chute. There the plans were, nestled right on top of a layer of yellow envelopes. Just as I thought, Sherman said, turning to Wilson. Now I have the killer. Who killed Don Silver? How determined?
Oh, jeez.
Alright, I think I got it. What was the can you wait, the names was Wally Bell. What was that second one? Solly Book?
Yes.
With the E, right? And then
Kendall.
the last one was something
Inez.
Inez. I was gonna say Inez. And so Sully or Sally or whatever his name is, Book, yes. He only big thing is what he has kids sends his kid to private school and they don't know why. There's no other clue about him.
He's the assistant. Yeah.
He's the
He
assistant.
doesn't know where he gets the money to send that kid to private school.
I said they're all guilty. All of them could go to jail. But I'll write my answer.
I think there's 2 hints here.
I don't know. Is there a picture?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know this one. I have an idea of it.
Oh,
Oh god,
you can't see
nobody
that.
see that.
Has nothing to do with anything.
Oh.
Then we read it and find out that the picture was totally giving you a super big hint.
I know. It's like in the fine print. I think I have this wrong.
I know I have it wrong.
Look, I got a 1 in 3 chance. Of course, if you count the president or the guy, Boren,
Yeah. Oh, it's Boren.
4 chance. Look, we all learned you can't count nobody
Wait,
out.
what was the vice president's name again?
Was it Arvin Boren? All right, so does everyone have anything written down?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
I think so.
answers. 3, 2, 1. All right.
Yeah, well, I like the movie. I'm done.
I want it to be
That was
different.
my original answer. That was my original answer.
Alright,
You're
so-
wrong.
Wiley.
Start with Apollo.
Until I smartened up.
Me?
Yes.
Why did I pick Wally? He's an intern. Interns can never be trusted. No, I'm just kidding. It was stated that the person only took copies, and he's in copy and binding. Plus, he had the yellow envelopes, which means he has to send stuff out through the mail chute. So that's why I think he's suspicious. Even though there were yellow envelopes underneath, where the papers were. But yeah, that's my guess. Shut up, Fred.
Vince.
I said.
Who did you say?
What?
Vince?
Was
Who
it
did you
outlaw?
say?
Are you smart? Oh,
Who did you say? Who did you say?
yeah,
killed him?
yeah. Bell, Mr. Bell, and what, Miss Kendall? I don't know who. I just wrote the last name down. Because he had access to the account. However, Kendall did have like the most contact with competitors and whatnot. And for all we know, they could have, as far as whatever copies, they could have hid them on the board. I don't know. And gave them to Mr. Bell here to put down and put them in the envelope, whatever it was called, because that's what he normally does. So I don't know. That's what I'm just saying.
Fred.
All right, I said Book because he was the assistant, so he was probably in the guy's office, and they said he was planting the stories on his desk. He was like purposely leaving them out.
I hate Facebook so bad. So bad.
Anyway, he said he was purposely leaving stories or something out on his desk to plant them, and so the assistant would have been in the office, and he would probably be in there, and he would be, I don't know, he would be like in the mailroom or wherever too, as well. So he would have a reason to be in both the office and the mailroom. And I think that the copy guy was just the copy guy. He's just a cover up. It's not. I don't think he's the actual. He's just the intern. I don't think he is. I don't think he has access to anything. If you're an intern, you're not in the office. You're not in the main guy's office or anything like that. You're not getting anywhere near there. They're sticking you on the bottom floor in the basement without the
Have you ever been an intern?
He made it sound like.
I'm just saying, intern gets nothing.
They're the gopher, so they have to do all the jobs nobody else wants to do, including the mailroom.
That is so terrible.
So, just throwing that out there.
Interns.
Frankie.
I picked Book because I felt like Wally, I guess, was low on the totem pole. He wouldn't even know who to contact to give the information to. And I felt like Kendall, she has contacts with the competitors, but I would feel like she would try to, I guess, not get involved with that, because she's probably would be first suspect they would look at. So I'm going for Book because he's the assistant. He can see what's going on. He can even, depending upon how it goes, sign his boss's name to stuff and like mail it on. So that's why I picked Book.
Where was the body found again?
Copy room.
In the copy room.
They didn't say how far away that was either, did they?
No.
The guy could point to it from his office. So like,
was he pointing to who did it?
With the blood going up his arm.
He was pointing to a book on the wall.
So I picked Wally, and I picked Wally just because mail slot, yellow envelopes, and when you meet Wally, he's stuffing yellow envelopes. That was as far as I got with it. So.
But the yellow envelopes was on the bottom, underneath.
Right.
Correct. Flare.
So,
let's see.
We will find out who killed Dawn Silver next time.
Maybe.